everyone, Letty here from Party Planner Papery. Today I'm going to share with you a not too shabby shop exclusive. This is a stamp and die set of the month called SweetHearts. We're going to make a SlimLine and a mini SlimLine card. Welcome everyone. I am on the design team for the Not Too Shabby Shop for this term. Here's their logo. I'll list their website link and a discount code down in the description box below, so you can save some money when you make your purchases. I am going to be featuring the Not Too Shabby Shop stamp and die set of the month called SweetHearts. This is the item I'll be featuring in today's video. It has some really cute images and some fun sentiments, and then there is a coordinating die set you see here. It actually will die cut all these little buzzing lines from the bees. It'll die cut all of them. I'll show you in just a second an example. Here you go. So these are some of the images. You can see them in color just to make it a little bit easier. You see there the intricate dyeing or die cut that die cut set will do. It cuts around all those little bitty intricate lines. I think it's just fantastic. We do have a hopping giveaway. It's going to end on December 7th. These are some of the items I made for my first hopping giveaway video, my first project using the stamp and die set. I'll link that video down below if you want to hop on over and check out all the details for the hopping giveaway. Again, using the SweetHearts stamp and die set of the month. Today I'm going to try to use the other images, not the snow woman, and then the buzzing by to say hi sentiment. So today I'm going to make one SlimLine card and one mini SlimLine card using the stamp set. Some additional items I'm bringing in is this pumpkin marshmallow. It's a SlimLine paper pad. It is also from the Not Too Shabby Shop, and I believe it's still in stock. It's a really cute paper pad. And then I'm bringing in some SlimLine Tall Heart Trio. It's a die set from Trinity Stamps, and also Sunny Studio. It's Stitch Scallop. It has two different size scallops that you can create some borders and things. So I'm going to bring that in as well. You'll see in just a bit. And then I'm also bringing in Doodlebug's Farmer's Market. I really like that little bee pattern, and it has the bee pattern on one side, and then it has like the little hive or hexagon pattern on the other side. I thought that would be perfect for these stamp sets since there's little bees. And then this is the paper pad itself. I believe it's still in stock at the Not Too Shabby Shop. Jamie does offer Doodlebug, so you want to check that out. This was a previous order freebie that I had received. Jamie usually will include a freebie when you spend over $60. So that was one I had received. So on to card number one. It's a SlimLine card. I have my card base right here, and I have my die, which the dimensions were 3.5 by 8.5, which is perfect for that SlimLine paper pad. My card base dimensions are 7.5 by 8 3/4, folded in half on the 7.5 inch side, which will yield you a perfect 1/8 border all the way around that paper or that die set. So it works out perfectly. And then I went ahead and I die cut. I thought that the Doodlebug paper was just a little busy with the bees, and so I wanted it to just be a little bit of a focal point inside of those hearts just to kind of enhance. So I'm going to use my Barely Art wet glue today. I'm going to add my glue onto my heart mat here and then add that to my card base. And then inside of the 3 hearts, I'm going to go ahead and add those 3 hearts that I die cut out of the Doodlebug paper. You see there that pink paper is actually the paper from the Pumpkin Marshmallow SlimLine paper pad. Again, that's the perfect size for this die. And even if you didn't have this die, you could use that paper and have a perfect mat for this size SlimLine card. So here's what it looks like when I add in all of my little layered pieces from the die. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my little stamped images. I've already stamped them, colored them, and die cut out the images. And I bring in the buzzing by to say hi sentiment. What I like about Jamie's die sets is that they actually will do a little bit of a bubble cut all the way around the sentiments, and so it doesn't just die cut like a square, it actually die cuts around the sentiments, which is super nice. You see here I'm playing with my design, and I end up kind of cutting up the whole sentiment to fit a little bit in each of my hearts. So I kind of like this best once I was kind of working through. You kind of saw there my thought process. So, and you see there a little bit of intricate die cutting there from that one image. That's the other thing about Jamie's dies is they usually will include, if there's like holes or gaps on the insides of some of your dies, they usually will have all the die cutting. She thinks about that kind of thing. She's a crafter, and she will include that in the actual die cuts as well. So I'm just adding my images. You see here, once I decide where everything's going to go, then the card just comes together so quickly. I'm going to glue on the last little bit of my sentiment up here in the top heart. And then the base of my card is actually done. I am going to go ahead and add in some embellishments though. This is where I will bring in that Gina Marie Designs, those freebie enamel dots, the glitter enamel dots that I had received from my order. I'm going to just add a few here and there, add them in sets of 2s or 3s, just around the card, just to kind of add a little bit of sparkle. And there's my card number 1, which is a SlimLine card. Super cute. So next, let's move into card number 2. I am going to be making a mini slimline. I had this little scrap left over, and so I thought, okay, if I just add a border to the top and the bottom, because it was a little bit short, which is why I brought in that stitch border here. If I add a border to the top and bottom, then I'll have a full mat for a mini slimline card base. So that's what I ended up doing. So I'm just kind of deciding where I'm going to go. I need to glue this down so that way I have an even border on both sides. And I did notice that I had a little bit of extra wiggle room at the very top because of where the placement of the hearts were die cut. So that's why you see me, it's not exactly even, but I did it in a way to make sure that when I added these border strips, it would be pretty even. So I'm just going to glue on those border strips at the top and bottom. And again, all of the dies and all of the paper options that I chose today are all coming from the Not Too Shabby shop. Here is what my card will look like before I add in those hearts. And again, you see here, I actually used the negatives from the pink paper when I die cut to put into this section, and I used the negatives from that B paper to put into my slimline card. So I just flipped and flopped my two hearts from the die cut just to kind of give it some dimension and kind of add some contrast. So I'm going to decide where I want everything. You saw there, I went ahead and cut up my sentiment just a little bit as well. I really like the way that it looks when it's die cut out, that little sentiment, but I really thought that it would fit better if I just cut it in half, which is perfect. And all I did was kind of end with a little bit of a bubble cut, just the way that Jamie has on the die. So the last thing I'm going to do is add a couple of enamel dots. I don't know if you could see it, but I had spilled a little bit of glue at the top, but I covered that very easily with an enamel dot. So card number 2 is a mini slimline card. So those were the two cards I made, a mini slimline and a slimline card, using the stamp and die set of the month today. Here you see here a close-up of my slimline card and then a close-up of my mini slimline card, and I just used the same items that I had purchased from the Not Too Shabby shop, especially the SweetHearts stamp and die set of the month and that little buzzing by to say hi sentiment from that stamp set. And again, I will list the website link and a discount code down in the description box below, and make sure you check out the hashtag N2SFurryFriends or click on the video that I'm going to link at the bottom so you can check out that hopping giveaway. Thanks for visiting, everyone. Hope you subscribe, like this video, follow us on Instagram. Here are a couple videos I think you might enjoy, and happy crafting!